Oh, snap! Did I finally make it to the big time?
There you are. Been waiting a while.
The hell? Are you supposed to be me?
What do you mean? You look like me.
Never! Look, people already know that I hate the concept of VTubing. Most of the fan base that gets infatuated ends up just wanting more, like an eventual face reveal. Then, when they get it, 90% of the time, it doesn't live up to people's expectations.
Yes, but
It's money! Yes, the one and only John Toei here to sell you on the concept of VTubing. Because, look, everyone is attractive when they're anime. But when everyone's attractive, no one will be. Okay, Syndrome. Get in the chair. You and what army? I didn't know you had one of those. You win this time.
hello and welcome to Zio Agitube, where we talk about Toku, I guess. While in a very big break from immersion, I can't seem to move my hands the way that I want them to. I mean, look at this here. Look at this here. It's like, what are you doing? What are you even doing? Like, what even is all this? I don't even know what I'm trying to do. Like, even if I try doing a pose, like, what's this? Okay, all right. See, look at that. We out here, we doing things. We're doing things. But look, at least you'll still hear my rings clank from time to time. Yes, sadly, this predicament is because this week's Gavv gives us VTuber shenanigans, not just in one episode, but in 2 episodes. But the other episode ain't here yet, so... Since last week, Shoma's been eating all of the ice cream, when he and Sachika discover a homeless Lakia enjoying bum-friendly seating. But they bring him indoor, as Sachika's got a surprise. It's cake, but it's a lie, because it's ice cream cake, giving Shoma the combo goodness necessary to do a fusion Gatai and pop out. Oh, it's the Sangochizo. Lucky ain't feeling that ice cream though. What's he got there? I got it. It's a piece of Ace's mom. Sign me up. I heard that shit's godly. Actually, looking at it, it looks like lava rock. So if that's common for the Granoots, then we just gotta look at their geology. Also, man, that cake Shida and Jifu had during their birthday must have just been rocks. Oh yeah, we're doing recap. Lakia's got a job, and the pay is delicious rocks. Though I don't know how Sachika knows that they're delicious, unless she just be sucking on rocks and no, whatever. He is in. This, as we meet evil VTuber. They're evil, I tell ya! Evil! Speaking of evil, carbs! But first, Hanto power trips over as Suga trips over those pizza boxes. Nothing suspicious here. It's one of Suga's young friends, because that's all that guy does is just hang out with young guys. Loves him some extra sausage pizza. Can Hanto take on that meat lovers? Nah, because he don't even eat that much. But he doom scrolls to find himself a shot of some bitterness at a dojo and proceeds to Henshin. No, not yet. We got a Lakia scene.
I'm sorry, what the hell is this?
Yeah, look, I'm a VTuber now. John Toei says it'll get me to 4K subs.
Not in this fiscal year.
Hey, so you're saying there's a chance?
I'm not drunk enough for this.
Joke's on you. I wrote this whole drunk while script. They moving furniture, and Lakia's got the strength to move old lady's wood. But gets Cool. While Shoma gets word about Bitter Gavv, but it's too late because Hanto is about to
Henshin. But
what?
yeah, still weird. But this Bitter Gavv is all about winning.
Oh, he's trying to be number one.
Theo, how much money do you need to get out of that thing?
Enough.
Oh, well. Sadly, Pokemon Legends ZA looked like shit, so my investment portfolio is looking just like that game.
Awful.
Yeah. What? The fight's already over! Okay, but Shoma shows up to see that Hanto's feeling some kind of way.
So, while getting sweets for another job, a third one pops up, with some kid hyping up some food critic VTuber, which is awkward, because wouldn't you want to see the person judging the food put their mouth on that thing first? Like, I can just say, I've got Gordon Ramsay's filet mignon and call it mid, but you have to take my word for it, because I'm a VTuber. Hold on, I've just been handed a plate from the chef himself. Is this the real deal? Wait, hold on. This is what white people call seasoning. Salt and pepper. Bland. You lose your Michelin man. Good day, sir. Good day. Where was I? Lost my place here. All right. I think Sachika had to dip. Bye, Sachika. So Lucky is gonna take this kid to VTuber guy, but according to Sachika, who's now with worrying about his comeback homeboy Hanto, Shoma, folks have been vanishing when they meet that VTuber. I told y'all. Evil! So let's go ahead and have a split. Lucky is being a bad caretaker and kid leaves to confront evil! Well, Shoma gets word about some bitterness on the loose, making his way there, which means it's time to
Henshin with ice cream and cake. This sorbet should be as OP as the scans, right? Well, he's got that struggle tuggle while still trying to get Bitter down using that breath, but instead causes 6 more weeks of winter, smacking bitterness down, spewing that cool, but shot that load too early, and sorbet melted. But wait, here's overconfident Hanto to fist so deeply off that Venomanus that symbiosis prognosis is shat coding. Wow. Yeah, you really did write this drunk.
You can't tell me this doesn't look like I'm playing the air piano.
Anyway, Fallen's on the loose, tossing barrels and finish! What? That's it? Well, I guess the theory of the experience transferring is kind of out the window. What the hell was that?
Cannon fodder. Cannon fodder. So, look, a kid goes to confront VTuber, and as it turns out, that kid is the original account holder. Whoa! Didn't he call himself a god amongst VTubers? The confidence of that kid. I just acknowledged that everyone hates me. We're not the same. Anyway, big revelation, it's a Granu, but Lucky is here too. Too bad everyone else got the deets on his wanted nature, but also he kind of knows about his bro, which sets Lakia off as he Henshin! Rating time!
You can't just do that!
What? That's how the episode is written.
See, this is why you should just do 2-episode reviews.
No. Anyway, rating time? Alright. Look. As the start of a two-parter that really feels like a two-parter, it's a bit rough. Yes, the pacing is back to normal levels, but my god, is Bitter Gavv just awful. He wasn't even a character in this episode, just cannon fodder. Shoma continues to feel sick, as it remains to be a theme for him this past arc, so pacing has improved, but storytelling right now is more or less just coasting. The seed plants are minimal, but it is better than last week, so for that, it's getting that build B! Ooh, man, this model just can't extend its arms. What? Can I at least touch my hands? It was this massive. I'm telling you, it was this massive. This, look at it. It was this much relevance. This much relevance. Relevance, this is.
Like zoink, Scoob, and let's get this out the way.
Like I said before, the pacing is better, but the narrative seems to have hit a bit of a lull. Yes, I understand that when hitting the halfway point of a show, things tend to chill and die down. Until something drastic happens. But that's not what I'm talking about here. There's a few things that just seem a little awkward. The episode starts off with Shoma pretty much saying that he's been hopping on that ice cream train, but he hasn't popped out a single Gochizo because of it? He should have plopped out plenty. But nothing like that seems to have happened. Not until later on with the ice cream cake. Which, if you've seen the scans that I was talking about on last week's Tokutonic, we saw Blizzard Sorbet have Cream Knight's and Cake King's weapon. Having ice cream cake would have made that understandable, but we just don't get it here. So why introduce the concept? Is he just gonna have leftovers and then get that power up? Last week, I also mentioned that I thought Blizzard Sorbet's Gochizo had a time limit, since it's ice cream. You have to use it before it melts, and that was indeed a limiting factor shown in this episode. See, if he was eating ice cream, which he was, he should have popped out Gochizos that would have already melted. It would have made sense. And before y'all go, well,
Maybe it was the type of ice cream that he was eating.
Well, bruh, the ice cream cake was different enough to warrant a different Gochizo variant. But no, I guess all of his ice cream just comes out Blizzard Sorbet. Hanto's future upgrade doesn't even look like it's of the Shoma variety, so unless Dente modded one of Shoma's Gochizos, I doubt it just comes out that way. But the lack of proper explainer of things recently, that could still end up being the thing. Let's be real here. Shoma's state of being is another thing. He spent the last few episodes being mopey. At first, we thought, look, he's just constipated with that one Gochizo that we've yet to see used. Then it was his guilt over Hanto. Then he was just unwell. But that ice cream cured him though. But again, he's just feeling down. Usually, you'd expect this kind of side effect with the introduction of a super form. But it pre-existed prior to Blizzard Sorbet. And of course, after caking, he rebounded pretty well because it didn't really have any adverse side effects. I don't know, I'm just feeling a little tired of having Shoma in his feels for so many episodes. It just made more sense when he felt alone, but he's got a support system now, and he's not taking advantage of it. I need that confidence and self-reliance going up. And I do feel that this is one of the head writer's flaws, is just trying to juggle a cast. Because you can easily tell who's taking a back seat for the sake of narrative. 3 seems to be the magic number for Junko, since we had episodes where Hanto needed to be passed out just so other characters could get focus, and Shoma or Hanto to take a backseat, usually more Hanto, when Lakia needs some focus. Here, it's like they were trying to do a balancing act that felt like not enough was done for each of the characters, even if the arc of the week seems to be Lakia focused. Once again, yeah, Bitter Gavv is still a big lacking piece this week, to the point that he didn't even show up untransformed. And I guess his personality was just to go around just wanting to win. But he got beat pretty easily by Hanto. These guys have just become a hindrance to the plot thus far, as they've just become cannon fodder now. Also, I know that I raised an issue of the storage previously, but during this episode, I think I figured it out during the first watch on Twitch. There it is. Wait a second. So right there behind those boxes, those door chambers could essentially be ice chambers where they normally like store dead bodies, in which he could actually be storing the clones that haven't come out back there. So yeah, it's my take that these house the clones. It's more like a morgue setup and they're like in cold storage until ready to just pop out. And we know that Suga loves him some cold storage. Not to say that the plot point regarding Suga's mission with these guys has continued to capture my attention, because I mean, I think we've all seen the images regarding Bake, so I'm just like, is this going to be a rushed introduction and packed end to the arc, or just the segue for the next? As it remains, we know that Hanto is going to see the error of his, or rather Suga's way, and come around. And now we see more so that these Gochizos are having an adverse effect on him. But it seems like it's working more so as a study for Suga. Because obviously, if Suga is big, then he doesn't want to suffer the same issues Hanto is going through himself. Especially since, as far as we know, he has no Renew organs implanted in him. Now, he does have that spare organ, yes, but we don't know if he used that when creating Bitter Gavv or not, or if he's going to end up using it on the actual Henshin device. The thing with the Chocode Gochizo is that I hope to explain why it's having the effect that it is on Hanto. Is it speeding up his Renew assimilation, or is it because he doesn't have a Gavv? And that's why Bake's gun appears to have a Gavv on it. Lakia is still a character that I feel we are getting a big major death flag on, especially with this little mini arc. He finds out a bit of info on his brother, which sets him off, but he starts getting a feel for what the victim of the week is going through, to the point that the preview alludes to him getting attached. But as far as I've seen, we haven't seen another form for Vlam in the leaks. But we know that one of his abilities does put a strain on his heart. So the more we go through with Lakia, the more I feel that he might not be sticking around for the whole show. Sure, he is in the intro, but that's easily editable. Unlike Boom Boomger's ending song, I guess. But look, I understand I'm gonna get some complaints that I should have waited until the next episode came out to do a proper review of it, because this is indeed a two-parter. But it still flowed better than the last episode while having some hiccups. If anything, next episode changes things retroactively, I'll be sure to address it. But those are my thoughts. What are yours? What did you think about this latest episode of Kamen Rider Gavv? All the ice cream and only one sorbet. Bitter Gavv's lack of anything, I guess? Do you notice the narrative juggling between the characters? And isn't this arc over in like 3 episodes? How breakneck is this pace about to go after this next episode? Also, if you're going to ask about Gozyuger, typically Sentai I wait until all the Rangers have been introduced to follow up and continue weekly. Usually it's episode 5 that I do the proper catch up for Sentai. It's the way I did Dombros, it's the way I did King Oger, it's the way I did Boom Boomger. But, you know, Gozyuger was going a bit different, and I got the idea that I wanted to actually start a little bit earlier, but I got a bit idea that I was like, I gotta commit to. So look. We'll address that then, but until now, I guess I'm just stuck as a VTuber. Thanks, Gavv. So yeah, that's it for me. Until next time, bye. Now dance! Dance! Everybody dance!